Hi everyone, how are you doing? If this is the first time that you're watching my video, thank you for stopping by. My name is Natalie. I hope that if you enjoy what I do and share here on this channel, you can subscribe and share it with your friends. Before we begin the video, I will post in the next video, but I just posted my November astrology special on my IG, so if you haven't followed me over there yet, please do so. I always tend to forget to post some of the stuff that I post on IG here, so be sure to follow me over there to get the first scoop of everything. So in the month of November, I am offering a special astrology reading at a discounted energy exchange. In this specific reading, we'll be talking about the 3 upcoming retrogrades: Mars, Mercury, and Venus, because they are all happening one after another, and their time kind of overlap also as well, and they're all happening together in the span of the next 7 months or so. I thought it would be interesting and important for us to really know how to work with these energy, to see how they show up in your own natal chart, any special date or aspect that you need to pay attention to. So I'll post that video after this to tell you more about it. But if you're interested, please email me to schedule that reading. It's only being offered in November, and I hope to connect with some of you. So watch that next video that I'm going to post. So now let's go back to this week. In this video, we are talking about November 4th to 10 of 2024, the astrology forecast of this week, and we'll end the video with a message from the universe to the collective through the cards. This week, we have an important transit that actually happened, depending where you are in the world, Sunday or Monday. But I don't want to overwhelm us all with last week's video because there's already so much going on, so I move it here. This week, depending where you are in the world, Mars entered the sign of Leo. So here in Pacific time, November the 3rd, 8:09 p.m. or November the 4th, 12:09 p.m. Hong Kong time. Again, depending on where you are in the world, Mars leaves Cancer and enter Leo. And Mars will go in and out, stay in the sign of Leo until next year. Yes, until mid-June. Yes, it's a really long time. That's mean because Mars is going to retrograde in the sign of Leo. This upcoming retrograde is going to split its time between Cancer and Leo. So if you do have your natal Mars in this one of these signs, or if Mars is your time lord for this year or chart ruler, if you have important planet placement in these areas as well, or other signs that might be aspected, you really want to know how this Mars retrograde is going to affect you, aka sign up for that reading. Let's talk about Mars in Leo in general. Mars in Leo is regal, is passionate, is fire, is that X factor, right? Because Leo is the sign that's ruled by Sun. It's regal, it's right there shining its light. So Mars in Leo is that fire that ignites you, that make you get out of bed every day to do that thing that you're passionate about, right? It's your motivation, what drives you, what ignites you. Mars in Leo wants to do it all, right? It's confident, it's bold, it's courageous, it's unafraid, it's strong, it's confident, it's not afraid to go after what is truly desired, and it's not afraid to speak your truth, do that thing, and so on and so forth. And this transit might help some of us, especially if you are on the shy side, to build your confidence or rebuild your confidence, because Mars in Leo has that force, that fire that really light up within you to hype yourself up, right? During this transit, please hype yourself up, right? You can do it. Don't give up. Go you, right? So during this transit, you might be doing that, or you might encourage other to do that as well. You find yourself doing that maybe more often. In one way, Mars in Leo is that fake it till you make it kind of energy as well. But of course, like I said, energy goes both ways. There's light and shadow attributes all the time, so be mindful with this energy. Don't go overboard where you are, or maybe people around you, right, might find yourself maybe less humble, right? Or not find it hard to take criticism, or find yourself always wanting to do your way and not easy to or not willing to collaborate or take others consideration or criticism so easily. So be mindful, or else you might be served a side of humble pie during this transit as well. So Leo, ruled by the sun, also refers to people in the spotlight, right? Celebrities or world leaders. So during this Mars and Leo transit, we might see some of them around the world really take the center stage or steal the spotlight, or try to, right? Again, like I said, it can go both ways. But since Mars is going to retrograde in the sign of Leo, chances are some of them, not all of them, right? Some of them might take their spotlight and, be in the spotlight, say something, do something, or try to sell something. But then later it might backfire. They might not be able to deliver what they were saying, right? So there's a chance of that happening as well. So really be mindful with that energy, and it will be interesting to follow the news, watch the news, and see what happens. This is time also to really just follow your heart, right? Because Leo rules the heart, and fire, Mars is that warrior, action-seeking energy. So it's really that time to follow your heart. Let that fire lead you to what motivates you, what you're passionate about, what you truly desire, what you want to go after, right? It might be a what, a who, a why, right? This is that transit. Maybe you're just really going to, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna take that trip, sign up for that course, start that business, tell that person I want them, or do that thing, right? Because life is short. Why not? It's time to follow my fire, right? Do be mindful, because Mars will retrograde. So of course, do all those stuff. Let this Mars in Leo transit take you and allow it to help you to take off. But also be mindful, because Mars will retrograde. Some of the things you are doing right now might need you to come back to, and it's okay, right? Sometimes things don't always meant to be just be on the go all the time. We need to come back, regroup, and so on and so forth. So just have that little message in the mind as you do so as well. Leo also refers to children, our inner child, right? During this transit, some of us, some of you, if you're a parent, maybe you'll find yourself focusing on your children more, the relationship with them, what are they doing, and so on and so forth. Or all of us, right? We can find ourselves tending to our inner child, tending to our inner child's need to be playful, to do something that we used to do for fun when we were a kid, right? This is also a time where it would be really nice to do some inner child healing if that calls as well. So enjoy this transit. We'll be continue to talk about it later on, because we are already, like I said, in the pre-shadow phase of the Mars retrograde already. Next thing I want to talk about, October the 4th, we have the Sun in Scorpio having a trine with Saturn retrograde in Pisces. So this is nice. This is a water trine. So this can bring in some groundedness, some feel-good energy today, because it's a trine, it's supportive, it's helpful. We might see something pay off, right? Because Saturn is like, if you put in the work, you see the result, and the Sun is trining Saturn today, so you're seeing it, right? So it might be you have been putting in the work, you have putting in the effort, and today or this week is the time where you see positive feedback, development, breakthrough, result, depending on where you are on your human journey and what you're moving through, right? You might see something start to take off, or so on and so forth, right? And then on October 7th, today is the day where Mercury will start to be in its pre-shadow phase of the upcoming Mercury retrograde journey. So this is Mercury at 6 degrees in Sagittarius, so you want to pay attention, and maybe start making mental notes, see what is going on, because in the next few weeks we are in that pre-shadow phase energy, like what I like to say is the phase 1, right, of the Mercury retrograde energy. Be mindful, because everyone feel it differently. Some people feel they are more affected during the pre or post shadow energy of the Mercury retrograde instead of the actual Mercury retrograde, right? They might be seeing things happening already, experiencing all the redos, the REs, the adjustment that they need to make, the miscommunication already coming in, misunderstanding, so on and so forth, the back and forth, the annoyance of Mercury retrograde might kick in during the pre-shadow phase. And then during the Mercury retrograde is where they start to, like, what do I do with it? What do I need to redo, reevaluate, readjust, and so on and so forth, and make changes and shift. So pay attention and see how you are usually affected during Mercury retrograde. So take a look and see. This Mercury retrograde is going to happen between 6 to 22 degrees in Sagittarius. So you also want to see if you have any planets or point between 6 to 22 degrees in Sagittarius, because you might feel those planets or point or house topics being affected more than the others as well. Also, something interesting is this upcoming Mercury retrograde, right? Like I said, is Mercury is going to station retrograde at 22 degrees in Sagittarius. And last year, when we have in December, last December, when we have that Mercury retrograde, it was retrograding from 22 degrees in Sagittarius as well. So literally at the same degree point. So for some people, not all, for some people, what was happening during that last Mercury retrograde back in mid-December to early January last year, you might experience something coming back during that time, that it will come back during this Mercury retrograde. I hope I'm making sense, right? So see if that happened for you. We don't know, right? But we'll find out. But it's good to make a mental note and see if it's actually happened, because some of us will experience it. And lastly, during this weekend on October 10, also a little bit during the 9 too, so I'll say the weekend, Venus in Sagittarius is going to square Neptune retrograde in Pisces. So this weekend, I hope you are not planning a lot. I hope you are in the luxury of not having to do a lot of things or plan a lot or having a very busy day. And or if you still can, try to reschedule your weekend. Don't make it like super packed or busy, because the chances are this Venus Neptune square will make you feel tired, will make you feel like you just want to sleep in, lay in bed, perhaps even want to just stay in the bed all day, binge watching Netflix, or just spacing out, daydream, take naps, rest, just want to do something or do nothing, to basically to escape a little bit. And this can also be a day where you just want to wander around. Some of if you are in the creative industry, maybe this is a day where some creative juices might come in. You want to create some art, make some music, or so on and so forth, do some writing. If so, go for it. Or some you might find yourself wanting to just wander around art galleries or park and just daydream a little. And if that is the case, please do that for you, because this is what exactly this aspect is inviting us to do, to just take it easy, to just stare at the ceiling or space out, looking out and do nothing, dream a little, take a break from the world. We all need it, especially with what is really happening around the world, especially some parts of the world. It's quite hectic, it's quite crazy. So use this weekend, use this aspect to help you escape a little bit. You deserve it, okay? And for some, because this is Venus, so this can talk about relationship as well. So for some people, if you're in a relationship or if you're dating or something, this weekend, this aspect can create a bit of confusion. Some of you might find you're wearing the rose-tinted glasses a little bit, putting people on pedestal because, I don't know, you want to be the savior, or because you think they can be your savior to save you from something, some situation or whatnot, right? So everyone, human story is different. This might be for some people. So be mindful with that energy. Make sure you're not jumping into conclusion or decision right away. Give it a few more time. Maybe you think this person is so dreamy, so good and all that, right? Give yourself some time. Maybe next week or the week after, you'll begin to see, ooh, maybe that was not the case. I was painting too much of a pretty picture of that person. He or she or they are not actually that person that I thought of. So give yourself some time to find clarity and answers this weekend. Don't jump in any conclusion or decision just yet. So this is what the energy is like this week. Not like a whole lot going on, but it's nice, and we really need that break during the weekend with the Venus-Neptune square, because next week we're having a pretty intense full moon in Taurus, which we'll talk about. But for now, let's look at this week message for us from the universe. From a tarot, we have the Leo card, Mars and Leo. We have the Strength, and we also have Cancer, Queen of Cups, right? Mars is leaving Cancer and stepping into Leo, and in the middle we have the Hermit. Beautiful. Okay, so I see this for this week. This is about finding the balance, giving yourself that space and time to go within, to process whatever is coming up, whatever you're navigating through. Maybe this can be an emotional thing. This can be something that really requires your inner strength to get through it, to solve it, to face it, right? Give yourself the time. You have all the knowledge and wisdom within you to do so. So trust yourself and don't rush. Give yourself that patience, that grace, that time and space to process everything, and know that you have what it takes to do whatever it is that you need to do. Go after what it is that you need to go after for, and also know that things are not set in stone. There will be time when you might need to come back to redo it, readjust and reevaluate everything, but it's okay. Don't feel frustrated or defeated or discouraged or so on and so forth. They're all here, they're all happening for a reason. So trust whatever path, whatever thing that you're doing, going after, that it might take some time. Do it slowly if you can, right? Give yourself that time and space, like I said, and know that you do have the strength, the motivation that you need to go after and continue to do so, right? From the Moonology, we have first quarter moon in Aries. Step into your power. We also have first quarter moon in Leo, both first quarter moon. Be humble. I love this two fire sign that come up, but the message kind of balance each other. Like I said, that Mars in Leo is a transit. that really invite us to step into our power, listen to our fire, let that fire guide us, do whatever it is that we desire to go after, but also be humble, right? The first quarter moon energy is that phase where you like do something to move forward, to take action, but in the midst of that, because Mars will retrograde, so it requires us to also be able to stay humble and know that there's chances that we might need to take a detour, or something might happen. We might meet a roadblock, and it is okay. Lastly, I love this oracle card. Seriously, I think the cards just listen to me when I write all this transit and aspect, and that's why they came out the way they did. We have 24, time for a nap. Oh, look at this card. I love it so much. Oh my god, this glare. Anyway, so for some of us, really, are you feeling the burnout? Are you tired? Are you pushing yourself too much lately? Time to take a break, take a nap, especially this weekend, right? And even if you're not doing the like extra load, just take it easy this weekend, right? With that transit, you probably might not feel motivated or like energized to do a ton of stuff as well. So space out your schedule this weekend, because those energy might really like make you feel like a like a balloon that's out of air, right? So just give yourself that extra time, right? This weekend, don't plan too much. Time to take a nap and just rest, right? And card 24 breaks down to a 6, which is finding the balance and harmony within things. So this might be a weekend where you just take a break, regroup, and just rest a little bit so that you can prepare yourself. And I know there's a lot happening in this world right now, so we definitely need to take care of ourselves, rest whenever we need it, whenever we can, so that we can actually serve ourselves and others better. I hope this message helps. Again, feel free to comment below. Let me know how you find it, how your week goes. Feel free to come back the week after to listen again, to see how they played out for you. And if you're interested, I offer all kinds of astrology consultation, tarot, akashic records reading. I also do reiki and sound energy healing. So if you're interested, my information in the description box below. And I hope that you enjoy. You can subscribe and share it with your friends. In the meanwhile, take care. Wishing you a great week ahead. Take it easy. See you next time. Bye.